kick it away is Carlson. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Herbert on 1st down now. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL.
And a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And this one complete to Gafford. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try to take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. On first down, Justin Herbert. Look at this tight end on the corner. It's complete. Touchdown, Allen.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
King on the tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every
time. Knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. It's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So the big play nullified illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now they needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Goal at the 8-yard line.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. From 8 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. The 20. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
This will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab, and the Chargers have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you're looking at your plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Third down. And 7 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And the Raider first down.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's their quarterback keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all to score as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Raiders 28, Chargers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
The 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Herbert is going to let this go for the end zone. Be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen.
Intercepted by the Raiders. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. So we reach halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. And he'll throw right away. And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Those passes intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Raiders.
He'll look to throw. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll try to run this one in. Fighting for the end zone. He wants the football. It's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up,
you got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed it successfully.
For the Raiders.
Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
23 yards, the pickup there. On first down, it's Herbert. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Again, Herbert. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 22.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
3rd down and goal to go.
Well, movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A bad time for a false start penalty, as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will cut the lead down to 13. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, it's here.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Loss of 6 yards.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA ABC Sports. The Raiders on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 16. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. But normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter. Past it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. And that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The drive starts with a completion, left side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
The throw to the middle taken in, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Raiders 37. Chargers 31.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. You got the sling lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense. And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. And that's a touchdown as they break another tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Second and 11 now. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
7-yard line.
Now Herbert. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Come on with it, man. Big play. Big play.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Chargers 45, Raiders 37. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
Let's see what they do here. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Of course, the game can't end with a defensive penalty, so they'll get one more crack.
So now you get an untimed play, which should be the last one, unless it happens again and there's another defense.
And this is going to be caught. On the final play, a touchdown. How about that? And a 2-point conversion now will send us to overtime.
Well, there's no doubt that this crowd has absolutely been rocked by what they just saw. But guess what? There's still 2-point conversion to deal with. Still a little drama left.
Now they line up for an extra point. He indeed does kick it, and while it's good, it doesn't matter. They needed the 2-point conversion, and they lose this game by a point in the strangest of ways. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So, for the Chargers, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. So, for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.